Oh, Dusty. Let me tell you something. You are dead wrong. And I understand that you're the new skipper and you're the epitome of class and you're trying to stand up for your guys. But let me tell you something. The guys in that clubhouse, they're cheating frauds. And Joe Kelly is the hero, the legend we needed. That was all sorts of awesome last night. And let me tell you something. I loved every single second. Now, there's no place in baseball for headhunting. Let me say that right now, off the bat. Of course he was trying to hit Alex Bregman on purpose. That's a 3-0 pitch. And I love that he was high and tight, but you can't go headhunting. I love this. 3 throws to first base. Make Bregman dive. Make Max Muncy slap him in the ribs with a tag. Make Bregman work. That's good stuff. That right there, that's revenge. That's baseball. Then you have Michael Brantley steps on Joe Kelly's foot. Oh, the fireworks begin. Brantley's not happy. Joe Kelly tells him, you know what, you better get back to your dugout. Then he throws at Carlos Correa's head. Even though that was a curveball, there's no doubt that was intentional. Oh, and I love it. I mean, Carlos Correa, a punk, smug. I mean, you got to remember, this is the same Carlos Correa who was not remorseful when the Astros got hit. Oh, the baby face. I love it. Joe Kelly, this guy is tremendous. Listen, the Astros weren't happy. They have a socially distant bench-clearing brawl. Welcome to baseball in 2020. And this was absolutely, positively awesome. I love this. I give Joe Kelly credit. I mean, look, there was a lot of curse words that were said. You know, you could pick up the audio. You heard Dusty Baker as clear as day on the Brantley play, telling Joe Kelly to get back on the bleeping mound. You heard what Dusty Baker had to say about what Joe Kelly said to Carlos Correa. Guess what? I love it. I absolutely, positively love it. Joe Kelly was standing up for his guys in that clubhouse. And you know what? Someone needed to do it. Joe Kelly was standing up for you, standing up for me, standing up for baseball. Part of the deal, when you take a look at the Astros this year, they were supposed to get booed at every single turn. They were supposed to have pitches thrown in their direction. Now, again, you cannot throw at somebody's head. That is unacceptable. But you can hit someone in the butt, in the derriere. You can throw at someone's shins. You can make them dance a little bit. You could throw at their back. You could plant one in the ribs. You know what? Joe Kelly had the right mentality. He was standing up for my guy Clayton Kershaw. I wouldn't have to sit here and tell you that he's my generation Sandy Koufax if he had that championship. He was standing up for the Dodgers, like Justin Turner, like Cody Bellinger, like Dave Roberts, who basically got cheated out of the World Series in 2017. Bellinger said he'll never get over it. Turner the same. And then you had Jim Crane, the owner of the team. You had Carlos Correa. Their commentary in February where they didn't care in any way, shape, or form. You know, I called for 10 draft picks to be taken away from the Astros, and I was cool with Rob Manfred not taking away the World Series or wins or giving immunity to the players so they can talk. But it feels like with no fans in the stands and with a 60-game schedule, the Astros are getting away with cheating, which to me, it's the second biggest cheating scandal behind the Black Sox in the history of baseball. Worse than Pete Rose, worse than the steroid era, worse than anything you want to throw at me. An elaborate, detailed, digital cheating scandal. Oh, by the way, Dodgers won the game. That was important here, too. The Dodgers needed to win. The Dodgers needed to get some revenge. Let the Astros know what they did in 2017 against them, what they did in 2018, 2019, Altuve against the Yankees, that buzzed up freak. That is absolutely not acceptable. And I want to stress it. They needed to win. They needed to get a victory and get their third win of the season after what transpired against the Giants, where they split that opening series. They needed to be able to go out and take care of business. Joe Kelly, if you're a Dodgers fan, you want to build a statue for him outside Dodger Stadium. You want to give him Mookie Betts money. Joe Kelly never has to pay for another beverage or a meal again. I love what Joe Kelly did. Again, I want to stress it. You cannot throw at someone's head. But make no mistake, he threw at Bregman. He threw the first to make Bregman work on purpose. I love the back and forth. He threw at Correa, and I loved it because you needed to make the Astros uncomfortable. Joe Kelly, hero, legend, American icon. Bang the trash can if you agree with me.